What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Hello and welcome into tonight's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here, per usual, with Marv Azan, with Mike Molyneux. Guys, the offseason, it's been a struggle occasionally to come up with some topics. But, this week we had the big NFL draft. And I'm not going to lie, this is the first time that I've ever actually been like semi-excited for a draft. I'm usually not excited for drafts, but for whatever reason this year, I hyped myself up for it. So the Patriots, pretty interesting. They had a lot of draft picks this year, and they did it. They picked in the first round. They did last year too, but you don't think they're going to pick in the first round 2 years in a row. Some people expected that they're going to trade out of the first round. But the Patriots had a pretty solid draft. A lot of people are saying that this is one of the best Patriots drafts in a long time. I'm seeing A's, I'm seeing A minuses, I'm seeing B plus for the grades. But guys, those are other people's grades. Let's talk about our favorite player that the Patriots drafted this year. Give me a reason why he's your favorite player that they drafted and what it fulfills on the team. And if you think that what he's going to fulfill was a real necessity for the team. Let's add that in. So, Mike, let's start with you.
I'm agreeing with you 100%. First and foremost, draft for the Patriots. There's a little excitement behind it, and with a lot of draft picks, I think the high grades that are coming out from different people, some of that is because maybe the Patriots took solid guys, but at the same time, the Patriots draft and then they play this regular season, and they're usually in the Super Bowl or conference championship game. But besides that, my favorite pick from the Patriots in this draft came in the third round at the 23rd pick with Damien Harris, running back out of Alabama. First and foremost, you guys know how much of an Alabama guy I am. Players playing for Alabama under Nick Saban, I'm already high on just because of that. And I look at this pick here, and then
Trent Richardson was a blast.
That's one guy, yeah. We know how it panned out for him. But I look at the Patriots depth chart at running back, and obviously, towards the end of the season, they had a solid combination of Sony Michel and James White. And then once they had Burkhead back and worked him into the mix, it's almost like a three-headed monster. And it was great to watch. It was great to see. But you got to remember, over the course of the regular season, Sony Michel dealt with injuries. Rex Burkhead sometimes looks like he's made out of paper. These guys, when they're healthy, they look great and pretty unstoppable within the Patriots offense. But we know that the injuries can happen and have hit these guys, so far in their time with the Patriots. So bringing in a guy like Damien Harris, he had a solid career at Alabama. And obviously, I don't see him as being much of a pass catching running back. I think that job is definitely going to be for James White and Rex Burkhead as long as they're healthy. But if you're missing Sony Michel for whatever reason, now you have this guy who can be another sort of power back for the Patriots. And obviously, Brady throwing passes to the run back is huge within the system. But when you have that power back who can punch it up the middle, it's clutch. And obviously, again, Sony Michel is going to be the lead guy for the Patriots. But why not have a guy there as insurance just in case? And I think it's a solid pick that the Patriots made with Damien Harris to add him to the depth chart at running back.
I'm glad you brought up Harris. I'm glad that you're picking him because I've seen a lot of people, and the pick confused me too, but I've seen a lot of people who had a pretty big issue with it because they're like, why do you need him? You've got Sony Michel, you've got Rex Burkhead, you've got James White. But you got to think back to last year. They had Jeremy Hill before the season started. He got hurt. So they would have had this amount of running backs anyway, regardless. But you bring up a good point about the injuries. Sony Michel, you never know how he's going to do with those knees. Rex Burkhead, he's been banged up. I mean, guys, Cordell Patterson was a running back last season. So it seems like it's almost a necessity. Mark, before we jump over to you, let me tell you guys that today's Patriots Roundtable is powered by, like usual, our friends at betonline.ag. The second season is underway in the NBA, and the Celtics smacked the Bucks. Are they going to do it again? Is your confidence high? Because let me tell you, our confidence is high right now. Willing to place a wager? Don't know where to start? There's only one place to get in on all this action. Grab the odds and allow the experts at betonline.ag to do the heavy lifting for you. Sports, live betting, virtual casino, you name it. Betonline.ag is CLNS Media's preferred sportsbook online. If you're feeling lucky and would like to support our podcast, this is important. Go to clnsmedia.com/PatsRT. Again, that's clnsmedia.com/PatsRT and use promo code CLNS50 for that 50% sign-up bonus. That's CLNS50. BetOnline.ag, your online sports book experts. Go online or use your mobile phone to sign up today at betonline.ag and try in-game live betting, where you can participate with all the action with every single play. Use the promo code CLNS50 for a 50% sign-up bonus. Again, betonline.ag, your online sportsbook experts. And real quick, Marv, I wanted to do this before Mike got going. I just want to read you guys the draft picks too, the viewers. N'Keal Harry, Joejuan Williams, is that how you say it? There's a Joejuan.
Yep.
Joejuan. Okay, Joejuan. I've been trying to remember these names all day. I can't do it. Chase Winovich, Damien Harris, Yodny.
Reminiscent of last year, Nick, huh?
Yeah. Sony Kahisman, Jared Stidman, Brian Cowart, and punter Jake Bailey, cornerback Ken Webster. Easy names at the end there. All right, Marv, who's your guy?
My guy is Joejuan Williams. I love this pick right here. Cornerback from Vanderbilt. Listen, the first thing when you think of Joejuan here, you think of his size. 6'3", 6'4", 210-pound cornerback. This is a specimen that the Patriots could use. You know, receivers are getting bigger. Receivers are getting stronger. You saw that we drafted a big receiver in N'Keal Harry. You're going to need cornerbacks now to really help defend those big tight ends or big wide receivers. We saw years back when we had Brandon Browner. Yes, he gave us a lot of penalties, but we also saw how essential it was to have a big corner to press up on big wide receivers as well. Listen, the Patriots are not a team that are going to sack the quarterback a lot. It's been proven for the past 5-6 years. I know we got Michael Bennett now, but what made the Patriots defense so great last year was the coverage, the secondary coverage. When you had Gilmore, who was probably the best cornerback of the year last year, he helped with press coverage. Then you add in, the rook J.C. Jackson, you add in the McCourties. I think you can implement Williams into the system and have him cover the tight ends. I know Chung, that's usually his role, but he's getting older, he's slowing down, and he's starting to get injury riddled, unfortunately. So have him in covering tight ends, big wide receivers can only help. His ceiling, a lot of people are saying his ceiling is Richard Sherman. Will he reach Richard Sherman's ceiling? Most likely not. But if he can be anywhere close to being a cover guy, covering big wide receivers, it'll be a huge pickup for the Patriots.
Yeah, you're right. And I'm gonna tell the viewers, guys, we went over our picks before. We all wanted to pick Joejuan Williams. We all like this kid a lot. We think he's going to be something good. And you look at the Patriots depth chart in the defensive backfield, it's stacked right now. So there could be cuts. Belichick thinks highly of this kid. And we know that because they traded up to get him. And I don't think they would trade up to get this kid if they didn't think that he could be a starter. Maybe not this year, but maybe the year after. And let's be honest, although the depth chart is deep right now, it's not stacked with a ton of talent.
No, not at all.
So this kid could easily take over a starting role, if he shows up early. My guy, Chase Winovich. Chase Winovich was very close to my Joejuan pick, but Chase Winovich, third round pick, number 77, went to Michigan. This kid, he seems like the perfect Patriot. He seems like an animal. All you've seen in this kid's bio is you're not really reading the talent levels because apparently the talent levels aren't there. He's not a huge kid for a linebacker defensive end type, but he's got a high motor, high confidence, high competitiveness. And if that doesn't scream New England Patriots, I don't know what does. A kid who apparently, according to the scouting reports, lacks a little bit of talent, but has the heart to play the game. That seems like the perfect Patriot. And that seems like a guy that I think, if the talent is there and it's able to be pulled out, if anybody can do it, it's Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. He sounds like a do your job kid.
He does, and he seems like he just loves the game. high competitiveness, again, high motor. It just seems like this kid is a perfect fit here. It just seems like he loves the game of football. And if you're going to play for the New England Patriots, that's what you have to do. You have
He
to
could
love the game of football.
he could be the Nikovich of the team. You know, Nikovich is a guy not super talented at all, you know, bounce around team, special teamer, but Patriots found a role for him and he did his role very well. Was he speedy? Was he super athletic? No, but he was there at the right spots, very smart player. And when I look at Winovich, I could see the same thing in him. And you know, they talk about his personality, that great personality, that he could be a possible fan favorite, you know, now that we have lost Gronk. So we'll see, but definitely see him in like a Nikovich role.
I'm interested to see how they use him in the first year, though, because without
Right.
Trey Flowers, you don't know what they're going to do to try to replace Trey Flowers. They're not going to use the kid to try to fill that role. It would be like if the Patriots drafted a tight end this year, which I can't believe they didn't draft a tight end. And then they traded another one today, actually. We're recording Monday, April 29th. They traded another one away. But I don't know exactly how they're going to use him because I don't think they would just thrust him into that role that early. A lot of times you don't see these guys pop until maybe their second or third year. Like Trey Flowers, his first year, he was okay, but he wasn't anything special. And then the following years, he got better and better. I wouldn't be shocked if that happens with this kid. So have some patience. There's some patience with Winovich, but I'm very interested to see how they use him this season. All right, guys. And by the way, I mean, nobody actually knows how a prospect's going to work out.
Oh,
No,
absolutely not.
no idea.
Nobody. That's the best thing about the draft. Everybody can get hyped, and next thing you know, they're gone. Never heard from again. Who knows what's going to happen?